stand-up's given me everything, and it's really crazy because like I started when I was young. I did theater for so long, so like I wanted to act for so long, but when I was like, I'm gonna do stand-up, and I kind of pushed acting to the side, and then like Larry Wilmore saw me, so I got the show. Then Judd saw me, so I got the movie. Like, you know, so it's just like it's opened up so much more shit for me, which has been amazing.
Let's hang on to that Judd Apatow. You know, let's ride that wave, bro.
Dude, that guy's a man, dude.
Yeah.
He's so sick.
I mean, his roster, his resume. It's literally a joke when you see how many movies he either produced or directed or wrote or whatever. It's comical.
He's and the other thing is he's like just the nicest guy in the world, which is sick. Like he's just easy to be around. He fucking did me huge solid. He made me a producer on the movie, and I basically shadowed him through the whole entire movie.
Wow,
no shit,
that's fucking dope.
So yeah, dude, I was sitting at home. I'm sitting in bed with my wife, and the next thing you know, I get a call from Judd, and he's like, "Hey, will you come punch up the script and be on set every day?" And like, I rode in and out of the city every day with Judd to go to work, and
dude, that should be a movie. Like that right there is a fascinating script. Like shadowing a guy like that. Wow.
Dude,
what do you think the most important?
And he's
thing,
like a friend. He's a friend. Like he's somebody. Like I wake up and there's just text from Judd. I'm like, this fucking
did you? Okay, here's the thing. Did you have him in your phone at first as Judd Apatow, and then change it to Judd? Take like Judd out when you became friends?
I don't save people's number.
What does that mean?
I don't save people's numbers, so God forbid my phone gets lost. You don't know who I was having that text with.
So if I open your messages, it's just a string of numbers?
Basically, yeah.
And what
I actually just doubled up on the phones. So recently. I'm
I mean, that's
over,
actually
dude.
that's pretty smart.
It's very smart.
Protecting your friends, but also if you need to text someone and you don't have an active text with them, do you just have to know their number, or you just don't talk to people?
Figure it out, man. You look for clues.
Yeah. See, I have the exact opposite thing I do, and a very similar thing I do, where I just have my phone delete everything. Every 30 days, my phone deletes.
Ooh, is that an app you can get?
Yeah, for text. It's not an app.
It's a feature on the iPhone.
It's just a feature. Yeah, every 30 days, all my texts delete.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know about that at all.
But I delete last names once we become friends in case someone steals my phone, and they'll be like, "Oh shit! Like he's just friends with this guy.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't have. He's just pals with Judd Apatow. This isn't like a work connection. Like I want him to know he stole a good phone.
If I just put in like J-Man, what's up, J-Dog? This is my buddy.
I've done those before, but then they're just so obvious.
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows who PD in my phone is.
What was there? I mean, that's got to be a pretty big honor. Like, did you think that Judd like just kind of saw, you know, what you brought to the table and was like, this guy should be a producer?
I think on top of it, he knew that I know Pete's story. Me and Pete have been friends for a minute, dog. I've known him for 10 years. My kid was born on 9/11. He's my son's godfather. Like his mom is at my house. Like we are very, very close. And Judd just knew, like the day I auditioned with Judd, that night I had to go do shows with him. So I was like, well, thank God this went well. So he had seen stand-up. And it's funny because like before that, working with his company, I was on Crashing for like 2 seconds. Pete Holmes goes, "I like your shirt," and that was it. Like I went from the guy that like wasted his day in a trailer to the guy that was like walking with him, being with him.
Yo, that's like how it goes though, right? It's like you might have walked away from Crashing that day being like, what a fucking waste, and it's
Dude,
like that changed your life forever.
I was hurt. I was like hurt. I like hurt my ego hard, and then like 2 years later, I like get to go hang out at Judd's house. Like it's tight, dude.
Crazy. Yeah, man.
Like, it's so sick. So I just feel really lucky, man. And Judd, me and him are still working on other things together. We're gonna be announcing shortly some stuff, and he's just a fucking man, dude. And I mean, everybody on set had that feeling though. Like even Burr, I didn't know Burr before. So like getting to work with him on this level on the first thing was incredible.
What was your level of intimidation like with Bill? Because I'll tell you what, we probably interviewed him 5 times now. I'm
terrified.
Still terrified every single time.
Terrified of talking to Bill Burr. You can't like compliment him too much. If you try to bust his balls, he'll fucking roast you. I mean, I'm always like, I don't know what to say to Bill.
Dude, we tried to give him a T-shirt, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Like, I fucking like you guys. I don't need fucking presents to do your thing."
I thought he would have been taller. I was like, I'm taller than Bill Burr. Fuck.
So how does the whole movie come about? Like, have you guys always been shopping this idea of like, yo, Pete, your story's like fucking wild. It's one that could be on the big screen, and like Judd hears it, or what? How's that come about?
Well, I mean, Pete's one of the more interesting people I've ever met, and I think he's very misunderstood. So that like helped. It's like explaining what people don't understand about it, and I think it was just. I wasn't involved at the beginning. I really wasn't. I was only written in as the part I was. Like that was written with me in mind, but I wasn't promised it because Universal and Judd had the final say.
Right.
So I just got put on board, and the minute Judd was like, "I want you to come in. I want you to punch this up. I want you to do this, do that," and I was like, "Let me take it all in, just all of it, and eat it all up." And I mean, it was a long fucking summer. It was definitely a long summer, but it was the coolest thing I've ever had done. Like, it was just sick. And it was just to be a part of it. And you guys seen it. You guys love it. And thank you for loving it. But that's a fucking special.
Thanks for making it good.
Yeah, no, like, honestly, that, like, personal preference. Some people like it, some people don't. But it's just a type of movie that's, like, it's different. Like, it's a real story, obviously, based on, and it just feels like a really genuine movie.
Judd did things in that movie, like even like Buscemi, dude. Like, you've never seen him play that role of like the guy people lean on. Like,
he was like the normal calm guy instead of like the maniac man.
Dude, he was. What was he like? Because I think maybe after, it was after I saw the movie, there was an expose or whatever the fuck the fancy word you want to call it is on Buscemi and GQ, and it was just like how he's just like the coolest fucking guy in the world, and like they were talking about like. He lives in Park Slope, and like his house in Park Slope, which he's considering selling, is like the neighborhood's worried that Buscemi might move out because he's just such like a calming presence around. Like Buscemi will come home and there'll just be presents on his doorstep for him. Like he's like the neighborhood Don.
He's the coolest fucking guy. I actually did save his number. I needed that.
I gotta keep that one.
And I want that to be the only name listed. That's who saved. No. And what was cool about him was not only was it just amazing to watch him act because he's a fucking amazing actor, but like he once was a fireman, which was huge. Yep. And then on top of it, like he was just awesome to be around. And then he started kicking it with us off set. So it'd be like me, Pete, Burr, and Buscemi in a basement. Fucking sick, dude.
The scene where you're all at the bar and you're singing, what song is it? It's like one of those like classic.
Oh, I don't know the name of the song. I just know
One
how
Headlight? Yeah. It was just, it looked like, again, real, genuine. Like they were just having some beers and like basically doing karaoke with each other. It looked awesome.
It was, I mean, dude, daily I would get home and just be like, what the fuck did we do today? Like, that was like such a special moment too. And like, you gotta remember, like, there was a guy, that guy, John Sorrentino, that's in the movie. He was off the day of 9/11 and worked in the same house as Pete's dad.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Holy moly.
So like, all those all the actors and the rest of that were playing firefighters, they got sent to training. Like Judd makes you feel so a part of it. Yeah. And like the Apatow company just does such a great job in doing that it feels so personal. Everybody walks out of there feeling like they belong to something. It
does feel like because it's obviously you said Judd does such a good job of creating like a fun set, but also like how personal everything was. I imagine everyone came out like wow, like we did family shit to like this whole time where it was we like cried together, we worked hard together, we fucking laughed our asses off. Like, do you feel like leaving quarantine with your family? Like, look, we had some fucking fights, we had some tears, but we had a good time largely.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, like fucking working with Marissa Tomei.
That's outrageous. We were talking to Bill about
dude,
that.
I love how genuinely like surprised you get every name you say. You're like, what?
Dude, I crack the fuck up. It's so funny. Like, it's like